I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the difficulty of Monster Hunter recently, so I thought I'd give it a shot and talk about it. Mostly, people are saying that more recent Monster Hunters, primarily World and Rise, have been much easier than those in the past. Now, I've never personally played 1 or 2, but have played 3 onward, so I think that's probably enough to qualify me for this topic, and decide if there's actually been a steady decrease in the difficulty as the series has moved forward. I'll go ahead and tell you if I think that's true or not right now, and I do think it's true. In my opinion, the Monster Hunter series has gotten easier every new release, and Rise is currently the easiest game in the series. However, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm about to go into why it's easier and why it's good for the series as a whole. The first thing that I want to talk about is that the first thing I want to talk about that has made the game easier might not be what you guys think, and that's tracking and finding the monsters that you're hunting. The addition of scout flies has essentially completely destroyed the essence of tracking monsters that was so prevalent in the earlier games. I say tracking very loosely, however, since in Monster Hunter 3, the only way to find a monster you're hunting on your first run was by pure dumb luck or by looking up its common areas before the quest. I remember when I first hunted the Rathalos, I spent more than 25 minutes of the quest just trying to find it since it would fly away so often. In retrospect, I should have just used a paintball, but for some reason that didn't cross my mind during the quest at any point back then. So, adding scout flies and monster tracks to the game, to always have an idea where the monster is, certainly makes the game easier, since it's very unlikely you'll ever lose a quest or running out of time, if you're constantly in combat, and know where the monster is, and being basically incapable of escaping you. This is a good addition to the game in my opinion, since it takes out what was a very dull part of the earlier games, which was wandering around until you found the monster you're supposed to be hunting. Another good change that makes the game easier is the improved controls and hitboxes in the newer generations. While I certainly love Monster Hunter 3, there always seemed to be some jank involved while you played, especially when it came to weapons hitting certain parts of the monster's body they probably shouldn't have been hitting due to bad hitboxes. The newer games have been more finely crafted with new and improved technology, and therefore skill becomes more important and random bad luck and jank becomes less and less likely. A third point I would like to bring up is how much steeper the difficulty curve was in the older games, compared to the newer ones now. Monster Hunter 3, for example, you fight a Great Jaggi, a Quorpaco, Royal Ludroth, and there's a huge difficulty spike when you fight the Gobble. Then you fight a Baggy, which is a decrease in difficulty, but then another huge incline, and then the next monsters you can fight are the Rathian, Giganox, and Lagiacrus. In Monster Hunter World, there isn't really a huge difficulty spike. The game eases you in slowly, but surely since more difficult monsters are your way. For example, you start with the Great Jagra, then Kula Yaku, then Puki, then Baroth, then Gyarados, and then you hit the biggest fight in the game in my opinion when you finally reach Satobi Kadachi. Also like to apologize for all the names I just surely butchered. I have played hundreds of hours of Monster Hunter, but I've still been too lazy to actually learn how to pronounce any of these names correctly, and that is completely on me. So, I guess in conclusion, the use of scout flies to increase its pace, technological improvement of the game itself, and quest lines with better progression of difficulty have led the Monster Hunter games seemingly getting easier as each new game is released. Now this is the end of the main chunk of the video, but I'll make some things clear real quick. This video is just about how the newer games being easier is caused by good things. That does not mean I think that overall the new games are better than the older ones. Monster Hunter 3 will forever be my favorite game in this series. I'd also like to say Rise did many things right, however, I did not feel it was nearly complete as a game as World was on release. So basically, newer games aren't always better, but I believe the newer games have improved on certain things that were lacking before. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and what other aspects of World and Rise in particular make it easier besides the ones I've already mentioned in this video. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed, I'd be thankful for a like, subscribe, or even both if you're feeling particularly generous. And now I actually want to go off script a little bit and talk about how one of the reasons I think making it easier and increasing the pace of the game is better, because without the tracking, you're going to constantly be in combat, and that's not only good for, just giving you more time to complete the quest, making the game easier, but that's also good because, you get to fight the monster more. You get to play the point of the game more, which is really appealing to new audiences, which is why World, I think, went with that direction, because they just wanted to make the game more accessible and enjoyable for all the new people they were planning on making fans of the series when they released the world. Anyway, that is the actual end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Subscribe and all that shit. But thank you and peace out.